What's going on, everyone? It's time for another film review. Today, we're actually going to talk about another type of film that I rarely talk about on this channel, and that's a musical. Yeah, today we're going to talk about the Christmas horror comedy musical Anna and the Apocalypse. I almost said Hannah and the Apocalypse, but yeah. Oh yeah, this is a zombie comedy, a horror comedy, but with a musical twist to it. Yeah, so Anna, this chick, who is actually pretty cute looking too, by the way, in the film. Her and her like lesbian friend and her like best friend here, maybe boyfriend. It's hard to tell, but yeah, go on and they're going through the Christmas rough patch at school, getting all that stuff done. They have like a talent show coming up and stuff. But amidst all this chaos and wildness, a zombie apocalypse breaks out. So they have to defend their town and themselves and try to survive the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, both breaking out into song numbers as well. So yeah, but first, before we get into what I like and dislike, let's talk about some of the other stuff out of the way. So, End of the Apocalypse was released by VVS Films November 30th, 2018. It was produced by Nason Ala Karkow and Nicholas Crum. It was written by Alan McDonald and Ryan McCherney and directed by John McPhail, who also did some other films like Where Do We Go From Here, Dear David, Nolus, and Viva Visa. This had a box office earnings of only 670,000, just over that. Yeah, but I think it was only limited to like Europe and like the UK and Scotland and stuff for a theatrical release, and then it was just released on like streaming and straight to video everywhere else. But it has quite the cult following. Takes place around Christmas time. But yeah, so overall, I thought this film was pretty interesting. Like, the zombies look really good, the blood and guts and makeup and everything, and special effects on that was really good. It was really well shot. The musical numbers were shot more like a music video and stuff, which was amusing. And overall, the acting parts were pretty good. For what it was. It was better than I was expecting. It was fun, amusing. It was pretty engaging too. Some of the songs were a little odd and awkward in certain spots, but for the most part, it worked pretty well. There's only a few things that I have like little nitpicky complaints about, but other than that, I thought this film was pretty enjoyable. Yeah, first off, there wasn't very much Christmas once it got started. Like, it was Christmas through the first half, but then once they started fighting the zombies and stuff, the Christmas element kind of dropped, and it was more like just a survival film with the musical songs and stuff too. The choreography is also pretty good in this, by the way, but yeah, but they didn't really have very much Christmas elements after that, and most of the songs weren't really Christmas feeling either or anything like that. It was more like your standard like pop musical style songs. I gotta say, this quote here is perfect to it. It's Shaun of the Dead meets La La Land. That's exactly pretty much what this movie is. So but yeah, but also like the lead and stuff, some of them when they're doing like the singing numbers and stuff, there's some parts where they're just like hitting zombies, but you could tell they're not singing even though they're singing in the song and stuff like that, so it kind of threw it off a bit. But for the most part, it was still amusing and funny at times too. The humor is pretty good in this as well. It's really well most of the jokes are pretty good and funny and stuff too. And boy, when some of the cast that you get to know die, it has an emotional impact. It's pretty well done. So overall, I thought this film was pretty good. A few little missteps here and there, but overall, it wasn't like overly full of music and stuff like that. They didn't like tire you out. It was a good mix, and overall, I thought it was pretty well constructed. So I'm gonna give Anna and the Apocalypse a 4 out of 5. I thought it was pretty decent. A couple little upgrades here and there, maybe a little more Christmassy jingles to it, and it would have been even better. But for what we got, it's still a pretty decent movie, and it's better than I was expecting it to be. So, yeah. But that's what I thought of Anna and the Apocalypse. A good Christmassy zombie comedy with a little bit of musical twist to it. So, with this seems like something you're interested in, there's a trailer link down below. Or if I can find the whole film somewhere, I'll link it down below so you can check it out. And also make sure you check out my Instagram, it's linked down below. That's where I post my first, that's where I post video clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. Usually have the film title, hashtag, and subject on film, and a hashtag so you're aware of it. And also make sure you check out my Letterbox, it's linked down below. That's where I post my first star rating right after watching the films. So follow me on one of those two platforms, stay in loop with this channel, like this video, share it to more people, aware of it. Comment your opinions of the film down below if you have any, and also if you have any films, film franchises, in any genre that you want to hear my opinions on in the future, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get them as soon as I can, and if I can find them. And make sure you subscribe. Hopefully find something weird, obscure, and odd that you probably never thought of checking out together. And also so you hear my opinions on popular films that come out, classic films, and reviews on other things as well. And don't forget to ring that bell because, well, I'm going to go into back to this Christmas slashery trend and review the old 1980s slasher film To All a Good Night and see how that is for the next review. So still on the Christmas trend, so let's keep it rolling. And yeah, but for now, watch for the zombie outbreak that's happening real soon, and I guess I'll see you all in the next review. So until then, cheers.